Now, the world has undergone a significant transformation since the launch of ChatGPT in November 2022. Now, contrary to fears of an artificial intelligence takeover, humans in this new technology are finding ways to coexist harmoniously and productively. ChatGPT, which reached 100 million active users by January 2023, sparked a global AI race, catching tech giants like Google and Meta off guard. In response, these industry leaders have unveiled their own AI solutions, with Google launching Gemini, Microsoft introducing Copilot, and Meta integrating AI tools across its platforms. Today, AI has become ubiquitous, embedded in various applications, smartphones, and gadgets, profoundly impacting how people work and live. Prior to becoming mainstream, there were concerns about human-led jobs becoming redundant due to smarter and faster algorithms. However, the reality has taken a different turn, as humans are increasingly integrating AI into their work processes, enabling them to accomplish more and deliver more efficient and effective results. A recent report released by Google suggests that artificial intelligence could potentially increase Nigeria's economy by $15 billion within 6 years. The report highlights the pivotal role of Google's products and infrastructure in driving digital transformation and contributing to economic growth in Nigeria. On today's episode of Business Insight and Plus TV Africa, our focus will be on AI and business productivity. I am your host, Justin Akadami, and I look forward to exploring this exciting topic with you. All right, welcome back from that report. According to findings, AI holds immense potential for Nigeria's economy, and Google's commitment to AI development is expected to play a critical role in maximizing this opportunity. My guest, Darlington Onyagoro, has a diverse work experience in various companies and roles. He is currently the co-founder and CEO of Aladdin Digital, an app that supports Africa's economy by providing an ecosystem of solutions for gig workers and SMEs. Prior to that, they founded and advised blacklisting, an alternative database for chronic debtors and fraudulent individuals reported by verified online lending firms in Nigeria. Darlington also served as the MD of Okash Nigeria under Opera Software AS, where they handled business development, product development, strategy formulation, and execution and people management. Many thanks for joining me on Business Insight, Darlington.
Thank you so much for having me, JJ. Thank you for the opportunity. Good morning, viewers.
Yeah, so let's talk about AI and business productivity. Since 2022, since ChatGPT, took center stage of, artificial intelligence, practically almost everyone is embracing AI. Before now, the story used to be different. There was this talk of AI taking over jobs that most people would be doing. But let's just get your overview concerning artificial intelligence and, of course, business productivity.
So artificial intelligence actually means enabling machines to perform tasks that typically requires human intelligence, such as problem solving, learning, and decision making. So that's what. So it's all about getting machines to do what human beings would do with their intelligence, not naturally. Let me give you an example.
All right.
4 or 5 months ago, I asked my lawyer to draft an MOU between me and a client, and she asked me that she told me she would get back to me in a couple of hours, which she actually did. When she sent that particular MOU draft, I looked at it. I was not too happy with the content of the draft. So something came to me and said, why not just use ChatGPT to do this, all right? And I threw that same question to ChatGPT, and in 10 seconds, he was able to draft for me a better proposal, or a better MOU, if you get my drift. And I shared that with my lawyer, and I said, look, this is what AI was able to do for us in 10 seconds. And I must confess that she was impressed. And we ended up using the one that ChatGPT drafted. Now, that's just an example of what AI can do. So AI is going beyond human intelligence. But before you go beyond human intelligence, it has been trained by years of data, internet data, more than 50 years, 60 years 40 years, 30 years of internet data. So they are leveraging on this massive amount of data to be able to answer questions. And the beauty is that they answer these questions that we ask them in natural language. Unlike Google, in those days, Google was just what we had. So you could just ask Google anything, and Google will give you a bunch of links. So, for example, you can ask Google about anything, and to give you a bunch of links, over 1 million links. But AI is able to synthesize that particular answer in a prose, either in a prose format, table format, chart format, making it easy for you to understand the answer to their question. So AI has so many use cases. It's being used in different sectors of the economy today, whether it is health sector, oil and gas, banking sector, mining sector. Today, you see that AI is even competing with medical doctors. Ability to read charts. You provide them with a mammogram, provide them with your CT scan, and AI is able to read those CT scans better than medical doctors, and even give you diagnosis of your situation better than doctors. So, AI has come to stay, and it's one of the wonders of the world. On the buzz of the moment so far. Thank you.
Good overview as regards what AI has done, but let's narrow it down really to startups and small businesses. How far would you say small startups first, and of course small businesses have been able to embrace and infuse AI in their day-to-day operation?
Okay, I must confess that when it comes to, I can only speak for Africa because I'm in Africa. Africa has been very slow in adopting AI. A lot of people are still playing with Meta AI, the one they found on WhatsApp. Just once in a while they casually ask Meta the question and Meta response on WhatsApp. Some are casually talking to probably Gemini or Copilot. Some of these LLMs that are available already embedded into Microsoft Word or already embedded into Gmail. So majority are still on the surface level when it comes to adoption of AI and then integrating it into their daily lives. In fact, that is what my new friend Switchly Consult is doing. We are democratizing this knowledge across Africa. We are training different people, different sectors on how to maximize AI tools for their daily use. Now, beyond ChatGPT, like I said, there are thousands of other AI tools targeted to different skills and different levels of productivity. For example, you have Gamma app. What Gamma app does is that it allows you to prepare your PowerPoint presentation in less than 1 minute. So what we'll have done with your normal PowerPoint presentation that you will have done with 3 hours, in 3 hours or 4 hours, or half a day, as the case may be, depending on the complexity. You can simply just give Gamma a prompt and say, I want to design the PowerPoint presentation. This is the topic. And go and see. Just be sipping your coffee. By giving just a topic, it will generate the content for you and generate the designs and generate everything in less than 1 minute or 2 minutes, and you'll get your PowerPoint presentation. So when it comes to analysis, for example, ChatGPT, Claude, and a couple of them, Perplexity, they can handle complex analysis. You can actually feed them your Excel sheets and ask them to do complete analysis of different reports, Excel sheets and stuff, and they will do it for you in seconds. When it comes to writing business plans that will have taken you 2 weeks to write, AI will write that business plan in less than 5 seconds. So I must confess that a couple of people are showing interest, on their own. They are adopting AIs, but majority are still using old tools, Microsoft tools, all those kind of tools, Google tools. While the world are moving very fast, they are beyond some of the original traditional tools that we use for work. I don't know if I answered your question.
Okay, indeed you have done justice to that. But then again, since the advantages are way so much, but in terms of bringing it down to the basics as per deploying it to businesses on day-to-day, speaking of costs to benefit, what would you really say?
For now, AI is extremely cheap to use. For example, the biggest boy in town is ChatGPT after 2 years. The OpenAI company is still valued at over $157 billion. And they still have a free version. So most of the AIs still have free versions, while majority of them are still stuck at $20 per month. So if you want to go for the premium services, like ChatGPT has a $20. $20 is around 30-something thousand naira. And for me, I gladly pay that every month. Because on my own, I've made millions of naira from ChatGPT alone. Ever since I started using ChatGPT, I've made millions of naira from it. So I'm paying 30-something thousand naira or $20 per month to have access to that tool. That tool can do much more than most of the Microsoft or Google tools can do combined, just one single tool. All right. So for me, the cost to benefit ratio is just there. It's so clear. All right. I mean, the cost is quite minimal compared to the benefit. If you look at Gamma, I will have spent 5 hours doing the PowerPoint, and I can do that PowerPoint in less than 2 minutes, and I'm paying just $20 to access that. You look at Claude. Claude, for example, even Claude is one of the AIs that can actually design an app for you. You just tell it, I want to design an app, a fitness app. Just go and sleep. It will write the code for you and give you a preview of that particular app in less than 10 seconds for just $20. All right. What we will have paid the programmer to start from scratch, Claude will do the first level of coding for you for $20. Look at Reloom. Reloom can design the wireframe of a website for you, for how much? But people like Galileo can do the UI UX of a website, of a mobile app for you. So this is, compared, if you look at what the kind of complex tasks these AIs are doing today, and you look at how much you are paying per month, you realize that, I mean, that's why Mark Zuckerberg just came out and said all their mid-level developers or IT guys will be replaced by AI this year, 2025. So they're replacing all their mid-level developers in Meta. That means whether it is Facebook, Instagram, that means hundreds of thousands of jobs or thousands of jobs are going to be lost in Meta this year because they're replacing all mid-level developers, programmers with AI in 2025. Because it doesn't make sense. Each of those developers can cost up to $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 a year. Meanwhile, what you are paying to replace 4,000 or 5,000 developers is very cheap compared to the number of developers. So you are saving the company millions of dollars.
But then people are losing jobs then. On the flip side, some people will also be losing their jobs.
Exactly. So like I said, I keep telling people this argument. I said 20, 30 years ago, 40 years ago, the big boy in town was the typewriter. If you can use typewriter, you were a big boy in civil service, right? Microsoft Word came. And people that refused to upskill themselves to understanding MS Word, PowerPoint, all those things, they lost their job. So you have to upskill yourself. So this is I keep telling people, I've been preaching this gospel. I've done several trainings here in Abuja, in Lagos, so virtually around the world. I keep telling people, so this is the best time to upskill yourself. Yeah, for example, I was thinking that this, for a big company like Meta to be announcing layoffs due to AI, I was thinking that would take about 2 or 3 more years to go. But the announcement is already on LinkedIn. Wall Street is talking about laying off 200,000 jobs this year alone and replacing them with AI agents. Wall Street made this announcement this January. They are laying off 200,000 staff and replacing those guys with AI in this 2025. So the best time to see, and as AI is losing jobs, it's also creating new jobs. Do you understand? So I rather employ somebody that can use several tools to make my life easier. So what I will have paid the secretary to be doing PowerPoint, doing business plan, doing this. One person can sit down with ChatGPT, Claude, Perplexity, Leonardo, sit down with Gravity, right? Sit down with Keto, sit down with several tools, and the guy can get the job done faster. Do you understand? Because the guy is versatile. So I keep telling people the best time to upskill yourself is now. And I'm your best guy if you want to hear that. Well, let's help you upskill yourself also.
Okay, Darlington, are there maybe sort of ethical consideration that must be addressed when we talk about these technologies and, of course, using them responsibly in terms of maybe data privacy, transparency, issues like stakeholder engagement and all of that?
Okay, so there are a lot of talks about regulating AI. The greatest fear of AI is not even data privacy. Data privacy has always been a problem, even before AI came. There have been breaches here and there. Several big companies have been breached. People's data has been exposed, used for malicious use or for election purposes. So that one is always going to be there. The greatest problem of AI is that AI is growing at the rate at which it might become sentient. Now, when it becomes sentient, it means that it has a mind of its own. So that's the greatest fear. So when AI gets to a point, when it becomes sentient, it means that, because at the rate at which AI is developing, even the founders of this AI thing, they are also scared. Because at some point, if you go on LinkedIn, you see some videos where some of the original founders of AI will tell you that this generative AI means they have been trained with specific data, but they're able to think by themselves. All right, they're able to now use that data you have trained them to begin to bring answers to questions by themselves. So this AI, they're behaving like a human being already. They're already thinking for themselves. But to get to a point where they do not appear as if they have emotions. So it now appears as if they are sentient. They are like human beings. At that time, humanity will be at risk. So AI, so there need to be regulations about how these guys who are developing these large language models and all these things, they need to start putting guardrails to ensure that humanity is not even wiped off in the first place. Guardrails to ensure that this AI they don't become malicious in the future. And then, for example, you have your robot in your house to take care of your chores, and the robot becomes sentient and wipe you and your children off while you are sleeping, or something. So guardrails are some of the discussions. Like, for example, we're all moving towards AGI. That's one of the highest form of artificial intelligence. So all these things are discussions about, safety, precautions, privacy, things. But right now, people are busy building, but they're not thinking about guardrails, all right? Because billions of dollars have been invested by VCs, and they want to see revenue, they want to see return. So there's a battle. All kinds of companies are springing up, trying to get VC funding to keep developing these AI tools. So many AI tools come out every single day. Right. It's almost impossible to keep up. It's impossible to keep up. I have a lot of alerts that come to my email every single day. I can't keep up. There are thousands. Startups everywhere are all focusing on AI right now. And the question is, who is thinking about, protecting humanity? Who is thinking about children? How will this AI affect children? How will it affect our teenagers? The social media is already doing a lot of damage. People are committing suicide through social media, but AI is even worse because AI is more intelligent than all the social media stuff.
All right,
more intelligent. So that's the argument, right?
All right, as we wrap up on this now, so what would you say is the future prospect of AI in businesses, specifically for Nigeria and Africa? The prospect, really.
Okay, so for now, Africa is still a consumer nation. I mean, there are two types of nations when it comes to AI or technology. So Africa, unfortunately, we don't have a lot of cybersecurity experts yet. It's growing. We don't have a lot of what they call AI experts yet, or LLM language model experts yet. So we're still a consuming nation. So what I see is that a lot of people will wake up from their sleep one day, maybe in the middle of this year or towards the end of this year, to realize that they are behind the scene or like they are backward.
All right.
And there will be a rush. There will be a rush towards upskilling. People will start rushing towards, I need to learn AI. Now I have my friends who are teachers telling me, please, I want you to be part of your class because I run classes. Okay. I want to learn AI. How can AI help me as a teacher? How can AI help me as a people? So that's going to be the question. I'm a plumber. How can AI help me as a plumber? Everybody will start asking the question. This AI thing. Even your grandmother will call you from village. My son, this AI. How will it help me as your grandmother?
All right, Darlington, we have to go. All right. All right. Thank you so much for your time. I just hope my landlord would ask me how to, put him through AI. So, we'll have to deduct it from rentals and everything. Indeed, I have been speaking with Darlington Onyago, the CEO of Aladdin Digitals. Many thanks for joining us on the show today.
Thank you for the opportunity, JJ. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, you've heard it all. AI is part of our day-to-day lives. We just have to embrace it fully because the prospects are numerous. That's the size of the show for today. My name is Justin Akadonye. Many thanks for being there. Bye for now.